doing something so weird. I mean, it's actually not that weird, but these are my old shoes. I've been wearing these Bonds for a while. They're just like really hurting my feet lately. So I want to go back to my old shoes. They've seen better days. These are the S-Works 6, I think it is. The last time they had women's shoes. I really like them. Yeah, like I said, they are a little rough around the edges. Lots of scuffs. I'm gonna quickly try to clean it as much as I can, but the plan is to paint it. I think most likely I'm going to be doing the white with the black. I might try to repaint the Specialized logo. I might try to repaint the S-Works, or there's some like raised S-Works there. I don't know. I haven't fully decided. The gray, I'm going to attempt to make it white. That is another reason I wanted to paint these white, because I don't love this look. If everything goes well, I do want to try to replace these boas for this version, because this version actually does like the pull up to release. These only are just unidirectional. There's no pull on it. They are like super yellow. They used to be white, so they're really old. Anyway, let's get started. Now that I am back on these, I like kind of don't want to ruin them. So I do kind of care how this turns out. How much can I ruin white shoes painting them white? Like, what's the worst that's gonna happen? I'm just looking at my feet anyway. Nobody. Okay, these are as clean as I care to make them. I am going to try to use this electrical tape. I mean, I use it on the soles anyway. I like to tape out the vents in the winter. Just do little pieces at a time. Anyway, so I have taped up both shoes around the edges. I guess let's just try this and see how badly it goes. Came out way quicker. This is way thinner than I thought it was gonna be. Okay, how bad could it be? I'm gonna do thin coats. Oh, I did not think to absorb on the inside. Stuff this on the inside. This might actually just be the easiest way to keep my shoes white instead of cleaning them. This is my best attempt at reducing cycling consumerism. I think that's looking better. There's a comparison of the Velcro. Obviously the gray is going to need more coats. Not bad. See, now I'm getting a second coat on this gray. Oh no. Okay, I should have just done all the gray at once. Lessons learned for the second shoe, because now I'm like pulling up that, and that's not what I want. But have I ever painted leather before? No, clearly. I think you can watch this and know very clearly that I've never painted leather. This part is plastic. I don't know how well it's gonna stick to the plastic, but it is acrylic paint, so maybe it'll be okay. Or maybe it won't be. And it won't matter because it's my foot. First coat done. Looks really good on the toe part. Looks terrible on the gray part, but like I'm gonna do some more coats. Once that's dry, I'll do the tongue. I don't know. Oh my god, this cat. This part looks pretty good. Paper towel. Why am I grabbing the Bond? Okay, so I'm going to try to do the gray part first. Oh, I forgot there's a little S on the back too. I might paint that. That one's raised, so even if I paint over it like 1,000 times, I should still be able to see where it's at. I'm not like really like a big brand person, so I don't even know why I want to paint the S. I just like really like the look of the symbol. I don't know why, like from a design perspective. Oops, definitely got paint on the boa. I guess I might as well paint these. Oh, that looks not good at all. There. Oh no. Oh shit, I did it again. It's like I used to care what other people think, but especially when it comes to cycling now, here's the thing. I care what I think. So like if I feel like I look good, then I look good. Like I don't think like, oh, what will other people think of this cycling brand that I'm wearing? I just think like, oh, do I think this looks aesthetically good? But like I have preferences. Like sometimes certain cuts just look really bad on my body type, so I don't wear them. But it's not because I think like, oh, other people will care what I look like, or other people will think I look chubby. Anyway, it's like a long way to say. What was I trying to say? Oh, I think I was talking about why am I painting the S's on the shoe? I just legitimately like the S symbol, and I don't have to explain myself to anyone. But here I am explaining myself to everyone. Realistically, like 40 people. The first coat of this shoe, I do think doing the gray first paid off. We'll come back for another coat in like 30 minutes. This is what other people have done between coats, so I'm gonna let those dry for a bit. Gonna wash the paintbrush, drink some coffee. I'll be back. Okay, round 2. Learn from mistakes. I'm going to start with the gray. Starting to get a little splashy. I've kind of screwed this up. Okay, great. I love this for me. It dried really quickly, but only partially, and then it started to pull up. That is a big fail. Just gonna have to wait for it to dry and hope that I can paint over that. Okay, after this coat, I'm going to go to the gym, so I'm gonna give it a long time to dry. 3 coats is probably as much as I have patience for. We're gonna let that be. I'm gonna do a very thin coat on this white part. It's looking really good, actually. You can see the difference with the tongue there. This gray is looking better. This side, I'm gonna need to fix that. Okay, I am back from the gym and I'm ready to paint. My shoes are looking really good, except the part where it's kind of flaking. Oh god, my allergies are kicking in. Ugh. This part looks fine. I am done with that. I am satisfied with the heel as well. I just want to try to cover the gray with more coats, and then I'll go in and do the tongues. You can definitely still see the chunky bits there, but it does look a little better. I don't feel like extra time was any beneficial. Probably just gonna keep 30 minutes in between coats. I might even try to paint the tongues while I'm waiting. The boas look so bad. Oh my god. Remember, that is temporary. Everything is temporary. On to the other shoe. That's where it's the flaky bits. I'm gonna try to go over that first with a big old glob of paint. But that covered really well. Maybe that's the key. I need to be using thicker coats when I need it to cover. Paint gets so sensitive once it starts to dry even a little bit. Remember, I'm a scientist. I am not an artist. Have some mercy on me. I'm gonna coat this tongue part. Frost off for now. I'll let that dry for a little bit. It's only been like 10-15 minutes, but I am gonna start to do the tongue. Yeah, this is going to be hard. So I'm gonna work on it like this, and then I'm gonna let that dry, and then work on it like that. This is like not that serious. Like no one really sees the tongue that much. Nice and sparkly white. Okay, I'm so stoked. These are looking so good. Oh, I'm gonna do one final coat over everything. Almost done. I think we're in a really good spot. They're basically done. I'm gonna try to fill in the S now. Oh my god, if I ruin it. I'm gonna do the back first. I'm gonna do that part. Oh no, it's too big. Okay. I mean, that looks clean. Do I want to do the front? I do. Yeah, I like it actually. It looks like a little tattoo. Yeah, okay. I'm glad I did that, even if it's not perfect. 1S, 2S. Oh, I kind of like it. Like a toe tattoo. Are toe tattoos a thing? I kind of want a toe tattoo now. You know that looks better with the little S on it. It is the next day and I am ready to seal up these shoes. So I'm going to use the acrylic finisher and matte. Yeah, let's get going. The person's video I watched said to apply it with a cloth, but the package says apply it with a paintbrush. Here we go. I'll let that dry for a bit. So it is a month later. I realized I never really did like a follow-up after the shoes were dry. It kind of doesn't matter what happened the day of. It is exactly 1 month later and I've been using them a lot. They look still so good. The places where I had the most wear in the first place are the places that are not gonna hold up as well with the paint. So the heel, I don't know what I'm doing. How am I kicking my heel when I'm in these shoes? I don't know what I'm doing. The heel is gonna have to get repainted at some point if I care. I mean, it's a white heel anyway. The toes too, but overall, everything has like held up pretty well, except again, I must be kicking my crank or something. I'm not sure. The leather paint is sticking superbly to the leather. I'm not overly concerned with the parts that are peeling and flaking. No one's looking at my feet. I think it just like looks good when I'm pedaling because they're so crisp and white. The biggest issue I've had, my socks are not this white. Like the socks, these are my Aero socks from Silka and I love them, but I have bleached them and they're just dingy white now and I don't know how to get them to be bright. The whole point was to decrease my consumerism, but now I'm gonna have to like buy socks because my shoes are too white. Anyway, this was such a fun project. Do they look like a perfectly new pair of shoes? I don't think so. Again, no one's looking at my feet. Like no one cares. If someone cares, that's the problem with them, not a problem with me. Highly recommend painting your shoes instead of buying a new pair of shoes because these shoes are still so functional and they fit me well and I love them. A month later, nothing has changed there.